There's free shipping and handling on this too, but just so you know, throughout the show there aren't an enormous amount of quantities because we're talking flowers, we're talking you know, natural things here, and so nature determines how many quantities we have, and so it is very limited to begin with, like the entire show.
That's right.
In this case, you're going to get home 4 pieces for under $20, $19.98.
Yep.
If you have a Q card, you could do 3 easy payments, which is a great way to shop the show. It's M56560. So talk to me about the canna lilies, because these look very tropical.
They are. So the name is Bengal Tiger because these actually originate from Kathmandu, Nepal, where, you know, they still have tigers and all these exotic animals. So here you see them in your garden. It's just everything about this
Bright
plant
colors.
I love. So the flower, you know, it's tropical mango. The foliage on its own stands, you know, in your garden, even if you didn't have the flower. These are still such a beautiful plant. But here's a close-up. And this image was actually taken at my Uncle Eric's house in Indiana.
Oh,
so
wow.
as exotic as these are, you can grow these in the Midwest, on the East Coast. They'll really thrive. This was taken in Seattle. And just look at how, you know, walking by this apartment building and you see this beautiful, tall, full, lush plant with the 6-foot tall stem with that beautiful orange mango flower. You know, the stripes on the leaves are breathtaking, and then you have that burst of orange. Here you see them in containers. The great thing about these canna lilies is that they'll thrive in the ground, in pots, you know, if you don't have a yard, bring them onto your decks. Here's a mass planting of them. They're beautiful to put, you know, behind all of your shorter plants, along your fence lines. You know, I'm moving into a new home, and I intend to put these along our fence because I just think that they're a beautiful addition, and they're super exotic, but you don't have to live where, you know, you don't have to live in Nepal to grow these, basically.
Well, just before the show, I was asking Derek if these were like modified somehow because of all these striations. I was like, there's no way that's natural, but no, they're natural.
100% natural. And I know, just looking at the leaves, it's so striking, you know, the texture, those stripes. I've never seen any, you know, foliage quite like that before. It's large like a banana leaf, but, you know, it's they really stand on their own in your garden.
So when I get home one of these pieces and I plant them, how many flowers, or like, am I going to just get one stalk out of one piece?
Let me go ahead and show you, you know, what you'll be getting, how easy they are to plant, and then I'll kind of explain what you can expect throughout the season.
Okay.
So you'll be getting 4 of these bulbs, or rhizomes as they're technically called.
Okay.
And you know, if you get them and you're not sure how exactly to plant them, no worries, just put them in, you know, on their side. Laying flat, dig them in, you know, cover them with some soil, and then definitely water them in and give them some spray and flourish and our Flower Magic, the power couple of fertilizers and plant food.
These are available, by the way. The flower one is under $20 and it's customer top rated, the Flower Magic, and the spray and flourish is $27.50. Both the information is here on your screen, but they make about 500
quarts.
There we go, 500
so
quarts.
So they'll last you quite a long time. And then, you know, get water in your rhizome or your bulb. And what's fantastic about these Bengal Tiger Canna lilies is how fast they're going to multiply in your garden. So, you know, you see here 4 pots. Each of these pots started with just 1 bulb. And
that rhizome that you showed us.
Exactly. And, you know, we actually had to re-pot these plants because they were multiplying so quick and the roots were getting so strong and you know, big that we had to put them into a bigger pot to give them more room to grow and to spread and give you all of these beautiful deep mango flowers.
I love the colors. I mean, the fact that you're describing it as mango is pretty accurate here. I think that's true. Now, how long is their blooming season?
So these will bloom from end of June all the way up until your first frost. So that's about 4 months throughout the summer. And so here you see them, you know, in the garden. This was in my Uncle Eric's backyard next to his pool. These canna lilies are wonderful because they do come from Nepal. So, you know, let's say you have a pond or somewhere in your yard that is a lower boggy, wet area. These are a perfect addition because they can take all that moisture, you know, they'll use it to their advantage. And then here you see in Seattle. So these will thrive, you know, all over the country. They're a statement piece for your garden. Walking by this apartment building, they really catch your eye. Mass plant them within your garden beds or maybe in containers if you don't have a yard.
Do they need full sun? Like
they do like a lot of sun, you know. They do because they do come from Nepal. So as much sun as you can give them is great. Here you see a beautiful mass planting. Put it in the back of your garden beds, along your fences, your homes. Just the textures, you know, of the leaves and the flowers. It's such a beautiful plant. It's truly one of my most favorites, and it's the first time we brought it to QVC.
Well, I like anything tropical, and with bright colors like this, it's really fun. Now, I want to remind you, because I know over 200 of these have been ordered, and if you are just tuning in, these are the only quantities available for this season. We just got them in. It's brand new today, and it's under $20 with free shipping and handling for 4 pieces. So 4 of the rhizomes that Stephanie just showed us how to plant. If you missed that, they look like little roots, larger than a bulb.
They look like little roots, and you know, one of those little roots is going to give you multiple. So after the first season, you could dig them up and actually divide that one, and it'll be big enough to give you 6 in just the first season. So these really will multiply and spread like no other plant. It's a great addition for, you know, a big place in your yard, or just leave them in containers. They'll really thrive anywhere you put them.
And what about deer or insects,
Excellent.
pollinators, anything like that?
Yeah, so they are deer resistant, which is always a big plus.
Okay.
And each of these lilies, you know, one stem will give you a handful of lilies, and each of them is full of pollen and nectar. So you'll be getting your hummingbirds, your butterflies all summer long. You know, it's really important to feed our pollinators as much as we can. And this is a great flower to do so.
And remember, with all of this, I mean, I know we're talking about, you know, different ways here for you to use it, but you're going to get a guide with everything that you order in the show. I know over 350 of you have already ordered this. Remember that, again, our quantities are limited, so if you're thinking about it, this is a great opportunity to pick up something that is tropical and really vibrant and tall and adds height. And I mean, these are not, you walk into your average garden store, you can find things like this, like these kinds of colors in Miami, and I feel like that's about it.
Right, and you don't have to live in Miami to grow these, which is wonderful.
Isn't that nice?
I come from Indiana, where it's similar to Pennsylvania, and you can have this beautiful exotic plant, you know, in Indiana and Pennsylvania, in your yard, in your containers. They will thrive anywhere you place them.
And remind me of the blooming season again.
Up to 4 months, so end of June to your first frost.
Wow.
Yes.
That's great to have color like that in your garden. So under $20, brand new today for 4-piece Bengal Tiger Canna lily with free shipping and handling. And then we also have shipment weeks with the flowers. So it's not like you're going to receive them when it's inappropriate to plant. Can you help us out here?
Yeah, so this just is a map of the country. You know, find your state and locate the week. So, you know, Ohio is primarily all green, so you're going to be receiving your plants the week of April 16th. And they'll be.
And then I love the guarantee that Roberta's garden has. Can you talk to us about this too,
Yeah,
Stephanie?
you know, Roberta's,